It's your boy Cam's Corner. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And as you can see, I have a question for you. Are we raising future inmates? Let's get right into the video.
Having just come back from Gateway Mall, I understand why your children aren't allowed in places without an adult. And now they're not allowed in places if they're not over the age of like 21. And we talking about like McDonald's. Because you're not raising future productive members of society. You're raising future inmates, bitch. You are absolutely intentionally raising the next set of DLC honorees.
I gotta pause it right there. The fact that she said can't go into McDonald's is crazy. Where I live right now, there's so much crime in malls. Like literally, you can't go to the mall past 3 o'clock. Once high school lets out and elementary school lets out and all the kids are out on the street, you don't even want to be outside. You really don't. But let me play the video.
You don't give a fuck about being a parent. You don't give a fuck about discipline. You don't give a fuck about structure. You don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You want your kid to be stupid, fly, and on their way to Rikers. Yep. Your children, and it's wild because your kids know who and who not to. Because I know I walk around like I look like a former CO and I will beat your fucking ass. Even though I have never been a correction officer, never worked in any form of enforcement like that, but I know I don't walk around with the test me look. I do not feel bad for you all because being a parent has been hard since parenting was allowed. But you motherfuckers have just dropped the ball. I know a lot of you had children because you didn't believe in practicing safe sex, and now you have little future inmates running around here terrorizing the rest of us. But bitch, I promise you, if it's me or your walking sperm and egg combo, you're gonna have to try again. You're gonna have to get life insurance. You're gonna have to pick out a casket. You're gonna have to pick this motherfucker up from under this motherfucking V6 bus, because I will push your little sperm and egg combo underneath this motherfucker. You raising children that don't give a fuck and expect me to give a fuck because they're children? Absolutely not. You little motherfuckers are future inmates, and as one who does not know what it's like to live behind bars, I am protecting myself against you, bitch. Oh, you think because we both black, I'm not going to treat you like a fucking inmate? Bitch, if you behaving like an inmate, I'm going to treat you like an inmate. I don't give a fuck if you think you behaving like a Rikers inmate. I'm going to treat your motherfucking ass like a Greenhaven inmate. Because that's what you setting your motherfucking kids up for. And who am I to get in the way of their imprisonment?
Yep. When I'm going outside, obviously I'm a bigger guy, but I see these guys walk in groups, and they're clearly teenagers. They're walking in groups trying to intimidate people. I walk straight to them. I don't give a damn, because at the end of the day, you want to throw hands, we could throw hands. I grew up in kickboxing. You want to throw hands, we could definitely throw hands. But it's just annoying to see. I can't even go to the mall past 3 o'clock. If I'm with my girl, she's like nervous to walk past these teenagers because she's like, oh, are they going to grab my purse? Are they going to do some stupid shit? Are they going to try to push me? Are they going to run and accidentally knock me over? Like, it's just wild. The amount of robberies and thefts that happen where I live in malls, jewelry stores getting broken into. And these kids that are doing it, they're in tech fleece tracksuits with a COVID mask on. We know you're high school students. You can't walk around them. You can't say nothing to them. There's no point in saying nothing to them. If you do, you got to be ready to fight. But she's 100% right. All these kids are just going to turn into future inmates. They're all just going to be future inmates. They have no other choice, because once you're living this wild and reckless at this young of an age, your brain is developing with that sense of arrogance, with that sense of self-entitlement. It's going to be very hard for them to change paths. And I don't care about your skin color. A lot of these teens are black that are doing this, and I don't care about your skin color. Just because I'm black and you're black, that does not mean I'm going to put up with your nonsense, and I'm not going to call it out just like this lady did. At the end of the day, as black people, we got to call this nonsense out. As Canadians, Americans, we got to call this stuff out when we see it. We can't let it slide, because these are the people that are going to be robbing your house. These are the people that when you raise a good son or you raise a good daughter, these kids are going to be beating your children up. They're going to be robbing your children. They're going to be trying to influence your children to do nonsense. And that's why when people say there should be a license to have kids, I know that they can't do that, but I really believe there should be some type of test or something, because there's no way that these people are going to continuously produce kids and produce kids. One way that I think we can have some type of license or some type of restrictions without it infringing on people's rights is for not child support, but for support from the government. If you want to live in government housing, because most of these bad teenagers, they live in government housing. Let's be real. They're on food stamps, whatever. That's fair, and we should still have those programs. But as a parent, if you want to apply for those things, your child's success should be tied into you receiving money from the government. For example, if your child is truant, meaning they're not going to school, or their grades are failing, that parent should get a letter from the government saying, hey, we're made aware that your child is falling behind on the schoolwork. Either you send your child to a group home because you can't support them and you're not supporting them, so we're not going to pay you, or you make sure you get them in line. If your child does crime and your child is shooting people, robbing people, you should have warnings. Hey, this is what your child is doing. Either you send your child off because you can't handle your child and your child is going to kill somebody, or you get them in line and get them in order. And if you don't, you'll stop receiving money. I think that will really scare some of these people from allowing their kids to just run wild. There needs to be some sort of structure. But the only thing that people really understand is money, is green. Because at the end of the day, these people don't care about their kids. They care about the money and the money that they're getting from having these kids. That's why you'll see a mother with 7 kids by 5 different men, or a mother with 10 kids by 15 different men. I know that doesn't make sense, but the whole situation doesn't make sense. They just have a bunch of kids because they know each kid, they're getting $500 a month. So for them, it doesn't matter. I'm getting paid anyway. So if these kids want to F off and do whatever they want to do, let them do it. But the people who pay the price is me and you. I remember a time when, for me growing up at least, all my friends, our parents were strict. Our parents, you had to have good grades. You couldn't be out all times of night. My mom used to even tell me, do not go to the mall with no money. When I'm 13, 14 years old, my friends want to go to the mall. I can come, but I got to be back home before 8 o'clock, before the streetlights come on. Even though I'm in high school, grade 9, I still got to be home before streetlights. Because my mom knows I don't got no money. So why am I out there at the mall with no money? It doesn't make any sense. And I think that's what's leading these kids to doing what they're doing and causing a lot of problems. They're out at McDonald's with no money. They're out at the mall with no money. Why are you there? Go play some sports. I played high school basketball. Go play sports. Like, what happened to kids playing sports? Go home, play video games, or actually study your books that you're supposed to be studying. And where are the parents? Most of these people come from single mothers. So that means your mother is probably at home collecting government assistance, and she probably can't work because some government assistance programs, a lot of them don't, like a good portion of them don't actually work. So if your mom is home or your dad is home, why are they not pressing you about your work, about making sure that you're doing the proper amount of work and getting good grades? What else do they have to do? Sit down and watch Maury all day? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But let me know what you think. I'm Cam's Corner. Please hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on TikTok and on Instagram at Cam's Corner. And if you follow me, just send me a DM. Let me know that you're coming from YouTube and I'll give you a follow back. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so help the team out. I'm Cam's Corner, and I'm out.